Man, it is freezing outside. I just woke up and already it's a blizzard. I mean, phew, I gotta tell you, when you're living in Michigan, you just hope to God that you just have a clear day, and today is not clear. I mean, roads is bad, it's windy outside. Ain't nobody getting out of the house. I mean, yeah, there is cars out there, but that's just because there are some people that have to go to work, and I'm one of those people that do not have to go to work. I'm like, thank you, Jesus, Lord mighty name, amen. So I said, no, I ain't going outside. If you don't have to go outside, praise God, praise Jesus. But if you have to go outside, hope the guardian angels protect you, okay? Yeah, thank you, Jesus. But today I would like to talk about how do I feel, and I know this is a little bit off topic, but hey, this is just the morning weather we're dealing with. If you hear the wind in the background, you see why. So yes, you can hear that. Okay, so hopefully the wind won't interrupt what I'm trying to talk about, but if it does, hopefully I can do a couple takes, but this one I'm gonna try to do one take, and I won't take up too much time because I do got a couple more that I need to make. But since I got all day to rush, and I got all day to make, so let me go ahead and get started. I want to talk about the women for a second, because I know a lot of people haven't been talking about this lately, but I really would love to have a discussion. And again, I'm open for discussions. I'm willing to talk. And again, I just hope to God that everybody that has an open mind be able to reach out. Because again, as a guy that just looking for answers, as a man, I trying to ask as much as questions, but then again, my questions might not be as good as the next man. So let me give you some details on this topic I'm trying to bring up. So in this topic I'm trying to bring up is this. I'm trying to bring up this topic I want to bring up marriage and sex. So I want to bring up sex and marriage. I wanted to bring up this where I'm talking about how, and again, this is just my opinion, and this is based off my experience. So don't listen to me and look at it like it's facts, because again, if you think it's facts, you can get on the comment down below and just, share your opinion, share your experience on certain things. But in this topic, I want to talk about why women want marriage and why men want sex, because I feel like there's a difference with that. And again, I'm not trying to go by facts, because I don't want nobody to come after me. I'm just giving you my opinion and my experience, and I'm also asking. So I'll save the question at the end. But in this, I do want to bring up this. So let's talk about that. So this is a question that I ask for women. Why do women want marriage? Why do they want it? Why do they want it so bad to where they can't have sex before marriage? That is my opinion. That's my question. Why can't a man have sex before marriage? Is it because of the Bible? Is it because of your parents? Like, why is it so hard for a woman to have sex before marriage? Now, I don't want to bring up race in this video, but I feel like, to me, the majority of the women that want marriage, I feel like, are women that are not black. That's why I feel like. This is my opinion. I don't know if this is true, but if you say it's not true, get on the comment box down below and say it's not true, and give me and elaborate. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, in my opinion, women that are not black do not want to have sex before marriage. Now, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going by my experience. Every white woman I talk to want to wait till marriage. But however, there's a little bit of something missing in that part of the picture. Like, you telling me that, because I have a question. Can I ask you a question? Why is it okay for you to say that you want to wait till marriage, but you want to wait till marriage to have sex, right? But what is the purpose? Because again, if you're trying to wait till marriage to raise a family, that makes sense. Because you want to get pregnant, right? You want to have kids, right? That makes sense. But if you talking about you want to have sex to get married, but there's no explanation why you're doing it. You're just doing it because you feel like you're doing it. I'm over here like, oh, so let me get this straight. You don't have you have no reason why you want to wait till marriage, but you want to wait till marriage to have sex. But there's no reason. I guesses are maybe because your dad says that you can't have sex. Maybe your mom says you can't have sex. Maybe your grandma or your grandpa says you can't have sex until marriage. Maybe there's maybe there's someone in your family saying that you shouldn't because it's against God's will. Maybe you want something from that guy. Maybe you want the guy to wait so that way you can see how patient he is. I'll say give it like 8 months to a year. After that, decide from there what you want to do. If you want to have sex, I say give it 8 months to a year. You know, if you're not for sure if you want to have sex before marriage or after marriage. But I say let's just do it for that one time, and then if it works, cool. If it don't work, then we'll wait. But at least we can at least try it out. I say on the first time you have sex, wear a condom for the man. Take birth control for the women, and take a shower, take a nice long bath, scrub everything you need to scrub, and also get tested. Okay, you gotta get tested. Always get tested for HIV, AIDS, STDs. Get that checked out before you ever have sex. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Like, cause I don't like it when everything has to be planned. But then again, if you want to do those 4 things, I say let's get that planned. It's not that hard. You know, go to the doctor, see if the test come back negative, and hopefully, you know, always get tested for COVID because you got to do that now. You know, but I say do that on the first date. You know what I'm saying? Like, always do that on the first date. Test to see if you get COVID. I will let my girl know up front that, look, before we go, you got to get tested for COVID. Okay? Please? Thank you. Okay. So, again, now, I don't want to, now from that, again, those are just questions. Those are opinions. And I do want to say up front that if you're the type to wait till marriage, I personally would love to date you on one condition. I say if you want to wait till marriage to have kids, I'm with you. But however, when it comes down to sex, I will give it 8 months to a year. And if I don't have sex till next year, you know, because I'm not in a rush to have sex. But if I can't have sex next year, or at least them 13 months, then we might have to call it off. Because again, I'm not gonna wait that long to not, you know, see what your body tastes like. You know what I'm saying? Or what your body feels like. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have, like, I'm not in a rush for penetration. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a rush for penetration, but if I can't do, like, and I'm trying to be appropriate here because I know parents are watching, like, and I'm just saying, like, if I can't do anything besides penetration, like, you know what I'm talking about, because sex is an activity. So we don't have to penetrate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be there. It could be other things. There's other things to do besides missionary and you know, get inside them guts, you know? So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, you could do other things. You know what I mean? I think the problem is there's not a lot of education. There's not a lot of sex education. I feel like it's just a lot of morals. You know what I mean? Whether it's religious standpoint or family standpoint. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. But at the same time, I do think there are some women out there that do have sex before marriage, and salute to those women. But if you think I'm gonna have sex with you without birth control or without a condom, you're wrong. We have to do those 4 steps. Even rather we do it before marriage or after. Maybe after? No, not after. But I'm just saying like before. You know what I mean? So again, but there are some women out there that ask, why do men want sex so bad? I mean, men are sexually appetite. I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, I feel like men, you know, I can tell you about my experience that I love sex. Okay, I do, and I love sex because it's meditation for me. You know, I don't really rely on everything when it comes down to meditation. I know a lot of women rely on yoga, books, whatever. But I feel like with me, I rely on, you know, that because it helps me feel better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why, but it's comfort. You know, because, you know, I feel like sex to me, you know, it gives me joy. You know, it gives me hope. You know, and by hope, I mean it gives me hope of me feeling like I'm a grown man. You know, it's making me feel like I belong to someone. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Even if I have sex with a prostitute, you know, I just feel like I just feel better. You know, I don't know. I mean, I just feel better where I don't feel like I'm in harm. And I know sometimes sex is painful, but it's only painful when I think it's only painful if you think about the pain. But I feel like with me, it's pleasure. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really hurt like that. You just, and again, that's why I try to tell women, you know, we don't have to penetrate. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand, but I'm saying, can we do something else? Because I don't want to just make out all the time. I just don't like it. So saliva makes me feel nauseated, so I can't kiss all the time because I might vomit. Nothing against you. It's just I don't like tasting saliva. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm totally, you know, it just makes me feel ill sometimes. I don't know why, but I get nauseated very quickly. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I drink a lot. You know, and by drinking, I don't drink alcohol, but I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of juice, you know, and you know, I just don't have the patience for kissing, you know. I like to kiss and do the other, you know what I'm saying? I like to kiss and hug. I like to kiss and cuddle. I like to kiss and touch. I like to kiss and rub. So I don't really like kissing like that. So, because I see a lot of couples kiss, and I just be like, you know, sometimes I just be like a little kid. I just say, you know, that's gross. And the reason why it's gross because you do it all the time, and you don't really show photos of you guys really, you know, showing that what you really actually doing in the relationship. So I just be like, so I mean, it's cool to take photos and whatnot, but it's too PG. I like a little bit of PG-13. You know, just to see if you guys are really doing something, you know what I mean? But again, that's just me. I'm not saying that you guys can't do that. I'm just saying this is why I feel. Okay? Me personally, that's how I feel. But I feel like the only reason why men want sex so much is because I guess it's just something to prove. You know, just to show something to our guys and be like, hey, yo, I hit this girl from the back. Something to talk about. You know what I mean? I think now in this generation, we used to look at it as competition. But now I feel like we have come to a society where we're aware of certain things. I feel like now it's not even like that. Now I feel like now it's up to the woman. You know, it's really up to the woman. But you know, because we want to have sex, but I feel like the smart thing for a man to do is let the woman decide, so that way she won't feel like she's being pressured or she's being forced, you know. I feel like now a lot of guys ain't really like going to the man anymore and say, yo, man, I hit this girl from the back. Like, we ain't doing that no more. I feel like now a lot of men have matured, and I feel like a lot of men have became gentlemen, because I feel like a lot of things have hit them and say, man, I can't be like that anymore. So now I gotta do things different. And I feel like they're moving smart. I feel like a lot of men now want to do that, but I feel like for me, if they want to do that, they will do it. But it's like now you got to be careful, because you just don't know what kind of women you're going to run into. So I feel like, to me, the unfairness of it, just for both sides, is that here's my opinion. I don't agree that a woman should wait till marriage to have sex. Now, I'm not against anybody grown that wants to have a family. I do too, but I feel like it's not a good idea for a woman to wait till marriage, when I think the smart thing to do is to build trust with that guy, and then the moment you build trust with that guy, then you can have sex with that guy, because now you know he ain't gonna take advantage of you. But I get it. Like, don't no woman want to be just another woman. You know what I mean? Like, I totally get it. But when you say I gotta wait till marriage to have sex, I'm like, in your mind, have you ever thought about divorce? Like, that's one thing I think a woman never asks herself, is that, yeah, you could get married, but you can get divorced. You don't think that guy's gonna get over you? You don't think that guy's gonna lose interest in you? You don't think that guy's not gonna be happy with you? Cause you see what type of generation we in. A lot of people are not committed anymore. It's not as strong. People are not as strong as they used to. So I don't know. I just think it's a little bit challenging. If you ask me, I feel like it's challenging now, and I'm just asking any woman to, like, please, think about that if you want to have marriage, if you want to have if you want to do that, I think you should think about the downfalls of it as well, pros and cons. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the woman is focusing on the I think the woman is thinking about the pros, but she's not thinking about the cons. It's like sex. I feel like men are focusing on the pros of it, but they're not focusing on cons. So that's the similarity of it. I feel like women want marriage because they want the pros, and I feel like guys want sex because they want the pros, but both of them never think about the cons. What's up? You know what I'm saying? If you get a divorce, money's on the table. If you have sex, either AIDS, STD, AIDS is, I think it's the same thing. But I'm just saying, like, diseases is on the table. Pregnancy is on the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, let's be for real. Like, these are just all hypotheses. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you want marriage, can you just do it with someone you could trust? If you want sex, can you just do it with someone you could trust? Keyword, trust. TRUST. Right here. Like, it's just like I'm just saying, like, if that's it, I'm just saying that's it. Like, why is it hard for a man? I'm just saying, why is it hard for a woman to give that man what it is? These are just questions. I'm just saying, why you want marriage? So these are the questions I need y'all to think about. Why, as a woman, why do you want marriage so bad when you can be divorced? And here's another question for the man. Why you want sex so bad when you can get these type of diseases, or you can get this girl pregnant, knowing dang well if you get, and I'm just going back to the man now. So let me go back to the man. Getting that woman pregnant is a strike. Also, getting both of y'all getting diseases is a strike too. So I just feel like, to me, if you really want to have sex, I think let's build trust. Let's get tested. Let's use protection so that way we know we can trust each other. That's the answer for that side. Now for this side, for the marriage, I say instead of trying to impress your parents with, and again I'm just saying, instead of trying to impress your parents or your friends or your family to get married, why not just wait about at least 2 or 3 years, and then when it's time, then it's time. But I feel like the similarity of marriage and sex is that it's about wants, not needs. It's not a need to have sex. It's not a need to get married. It's not. It's optional. If you want to do it, cool. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I just don't respect people that push it. I'm not gonna push it. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna marry you if you don't respect my mental. That's another thing. Cause I have PTSD, anxiety, OCD, depression. Yeah. So I can't, and a little bit of ADHD, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying like I can't marry you if you don't respect that. You know what I mean? And I am getting help, I am in therapy and whatnot. I was gonna pull out one of my cards. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Like, see? So I'm in therapy, so I am getting help for it, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I just want people to understand that, I personally need a woman that's strong. I need a woman that's gonna wake me up out of the bed in the morning, make me feel like I belong in the world. I don't, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I need a woman that makes me feel like I'm part of the population, like I'm part of a place where I know I feel welcome. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't date no woman that can't do that, and I'm not gonna have sex with a woman that don't respect my wishes. You know what I'm saying? I just can't do it. And if you're one of those girls that can't do it because you can't think for yourself, because I don't believe a woman is thinking for herself when she says she want to wait till marriage. I think she's doing it because her parents told her not to proceed with sex and just wait till marriage. I'm not down with that. Okay? If your grandparents or your parents is telling you to wait, I don't respect that, because you are an adult and you need to make your own decisions. You shouldn't let your parents make it for you. And again, you gotta, if you're over 18, bro, I'm sorry, if you're over 18, ma'am, like you gotta get it together. You can't just let your parents take over. Otherwise, it's just not good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't respect no woman that they can't make their decisions on their own. That's why it's kind of hard for me to take a woman serious if she can't live by herself. You don't gotta live, if you live by yourself, it's all good. You wanna know why? Because, I go to these apartments all the time when I was doing food delivery, and when I was doing food delivery, man, you know how many dogs that these women will have? You can live by yourself because you're independent, right? There's a lot of women out there that's being independent, but there's some women out there that don't know how. So if you don't know how, why you want to date a woman like that? But then again, you do want a woman where you can't pay for her stuff, right? I don't know. I just feel like that's something we need to talk about on the next video. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But but I just want people to think about those questions. So think about those questions, okay? Just think about the questions I brought up. If you what do you guys think? Like, if you think, do you think that women want marriage more than sex, or do you feel like men want sex more than marriage? Like, those are two questions I want y'all to think about, okay? So just think about those questions. Again, I'm not trying to speak facts here. I mean, these are just opinions and my experience, okay? And again, I already told you what I'm going to do. So think about what you're going to do, okay? Catch y'all in the next video. All right? Thank you.